Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man. Give you the truth. On this video, I want to talk about how demons work. I told you I was going to get into it. I'm going to try to keep it basic for you. I know some of y'all might have more money and more material possessions than me, more subscribers than me. But listen, that don't matter in regards to knowledge and wisdom. It don't matter. So I want to talk to you about how demons work real quickly. It's the difference between demonic influence and demonic possession. Possession is the state of having, owning, or controlling something. Having, owning, or controlling something, right? Okay. So when you ask, why is all the bad in the world? Why is the Most High letting all this stuff happen, this, that, and the other? For you to ask that is a clear indication that you don't understand how demons work and how the spiritual realm functions and operates. See, when the Most High created Adam and Eve, he gave them full control and domination over the earth. He told them to be fruitful and multiply. He told them to subdue everything basically that walked on the earth. And he gave them the power to do it. But when they disobeyed him, they lost that power. Now, for those of you who don't believe it, you don't have to. But what other explanation do you have? Because think about it. If a person creates something, right? This is why I bring up demonic influence. If a person creates something, let's say I created a robot. Don't you think I know how to operate that robot? Well, the Bible says when he created Adam and Eve, he created them in the image and likeness of himself. Now, here's what people do. And this is another way I know people are being influenced by demons. When they speak disrespectfully or dogmatically about things they don't understand, like the spiritual realm, like the existence of God, like this or like that in terms of the things of God, I know they're being influenced by demons. Now, you got to understand, demons don't always possess a person. In fact, they rarely do, because the Most High in his fairness doesn't allow them to do so. Now, he might allow them, and you got to understand this about demons too. You need to read the book of Enoch. Demons are not the fallen angels. Let me say that again. Demons are not the fallen angels. Demons are the offspring of the fallen angels. The Bible says in the book of Enoch, well, really the book of Enoch went into more detail. Evil spirits shall they be called. So, a lot of things I'm not going to say on YouTube. For one, YouTube goes out of their way to keep me from being monetized, to keep people from knowing about my videos, whether it's the algorithm. I believe me personally as somebody doing it who don't like certain people, and the people they don't like, they shadow ban. So, but you got to understand something. When a demon is influencing a person, it's usually to do the devil's bidding, but it's also to come against certain people. Like, demons are jealous of anybody whose name is in the book of life, because demons already understand what's going to happen to their parents. It's going to happen to them. They already know they have no chance whatsoever of making it in. So that's why you see certain people being attacked more. Some people, everybody get attacked because they don't like any of us. But you see certain people getting attacked more. And you see those who try to make agreements with the darkness, with the devil, with that side. you see them sometimes dying prematurely, because the Bible makes it clear, other books as well, that the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. So anytime you see innocent blood being shed, anytime you see people trying to solve their issues with guns, you know that a demon somewhere is influencing that person. And when a demon is influencing you or possessing you, that's a clear indication that your name ain't in the book of life. Because when your name is in the book of life, it's touch not my anointing, do my prophets no harm. They already know. They know how far they can go. So and I'm gonna tell you something else. This is why I don't get off into these YouTubers too strong. Like some of them I like, and I might even encourage them or say like compliment them on their videos. But when I hear you talking down on God, all your intelligence go out the window, man. I say, okay, well, I'm only gonna listen to him when he talking about certain subject. Because when I hear you talking down on the Most High and on the things you don't understand and taking little sneak jabs, I know that arrogance done took over. And when arrogance takes over, I know you are being influenced by demons. When I hear you promoting the sinful lifestyle, now I get it. We talking about women in this space. We talking about some of the advantages women have over men are demonically influenced. But if you keep listening to a lot of these guys, they be promoting the sinful lifestyle, man. Listen, when you do that, I don't care. I don't care what you drive. Are you going to drive that after you die? I don't care what you have. Are you going to have that after you die? That's the question. Because life goes on after death. I know y'all don't want to believe that, but every logical, intelligent person that's not demonically influenced understand how life works. The life that's in the earth was created by a life that never ends. See? That's what you got to understand. But what did the devil do? What did the demons do? First of all, y'all got to understand this, and this is not too deep. Hell has different positions of authority and rank. You have Grand Marquis, you have presidents, you have dukes, you have all these different levels of demonology, levels of demons. So they not all on the same level, man. Why you think Solomon had the 72 keys? The 72 keys was because you had different demons with different functions operating on different levels. See? But then you get these dudes coming on here. And because some of them is saying this stuff because they still mad at God because they have unanswered prayers. Who don't? You know how many prayers I had that went unanswered? Like, I had prayers that got answered. I had prayers that went unanswered. That's the way it is. You think I'm going to turn against them and let demons get in my head? No, I'm not. But that's what some people do. And some people, they think because they were going to church as a kid, that somehow they know everything about how all of us should be and everything about what the Bible really teaches. You don't. In fact, let's go here. I've had debates with apostolic people. I have debates with Assemblies of God, Church of God in Christ. If you belong to any of these denominations, or what you did at any point in your life, then I already know that you don't have like the full understanding. You're gonna think And this is why some people, they talk about this thing called backsliding, where there's no such thing. There's no such thing. Because when your name is in the book of life, you have to do certain things to get it removed. And even if it gets removed while you're still alive, it's possible that it can be back in there. That's how it works. But in these denominations, you have people, sometimes they mean well, most of them, I would say, but they just don't have the full gist of understanding. So they'll say, you took a sip of a beer, or you don't backslid. No. I got it. Yeah, I know how I do. I don't start over at the sneeze, but we're going to continue. So, because they don't understand what righteousness really is, and they don't understand how the Most High views us as a people. They don't understand it, so they think they know everything to sin. First of all, sin is the breaking of the law. If there's no law given by the Most High, that thing is not a sin. If there's no criticism where the Most High declares something as being evil, there's no sin. There's no consequence. There's no punishment for that particular thing. But in these denominations, though, they think that they somehow have cracked the code of the way people are supposed to live. You know? And yes, there's people in these denominations, and even Baptist people, that are in the book of life. That's just the truth. Because the Most High knows that He intentionally will never give a person every detail of everything. He leaves it to you of your own heart and merit to seek and to find these things and to find these things out. So there's a difference between a person who's influenced by demons and a person who is possessed by demons. Influenced by demons could be your coworker going in the office lying on you. But that could also be possession. The demon could possess that person and start using that person against you. Because here's what they do. Any person who the Most High has spoken well of, and you got to understand that the Most High still deals with the devil, still talks to her. So, of course, the devil is going to target and find clever ways to target these individuals. So, the devil will just start putting things in the person's head, and they'll start, I don't like this person, I don't like that person, even if the person ain't never did nothing to him, even if the person don't really talk to him. Sometimes demons influence a person against a person because they could, what we call, kill two birds with one stone. They could get the Most High looking with contempt at the person that's being used, but then they can attack the other individual. That's what they do. So, and this goes on in families, this goes on in workplace, this goes on in every aspect of life. And that's why me knowing these things, where I know demonic influence is heavy, I try to stay away from those type of places and individuals. So, when you see people stealing, you know that's demonic influence. The demons somehow done told them or got them to believe that the Most High is not going to judge them. They'll get you to believe that He doesn't exist. That's demonic influence. That's not a truth. You breathing in His air, you doing all this stuff, you have life because of Him. But yet you trying to say He don't exist, that's demonic influence. Now you have a right to say that, and He has a right to judge you for saying that. But it's just not a fact. looking at how some of these people drive, definitely demonic influence. They drive like madmen and mad women out here. Like they're insane, like they don't have any sense. So you'll be amazed at all the different ways that demons operate. A demon will literally create diseases, or lie about the creation of a disease. Demons do all of this, y'all. Demons don't want to see people happy. That's why you ever notice how every time like things start going well for a lot of people, hear something else come, some type of war, this, that, or the other. That's demonic influence. So you got to realize, all these people, not people. They not 100% people. And I don't want to even go deep off into it. Some of these people we think are people are descendants of the devil herself. And those fallen ones that went down with her. They descendants. Then you have other people who tie themselves to them somehow or some way. And y'all, well, we ain't gonna go there. I'm not even putting everything on YouTube. It's not even fair for me to do so. But I'm gonna give you a little better understanding about this. And we're gonna wrap this up in a couple minutes. So we all know that the takeoff from the Migos was just gunned down in that bowling alley. I want you to understand this about that. When you see people being gunned down over arguments, you know it's demonic influence or possession. Every time. Every time you see somebody being gunned down over something they said, gunned down over something they did, in most cases, self-defense is different than initiation of violence. It's different. When you see somebody going, looking for somebody and this, that, and the other, that's demonic influence. They taking matters into their own hands. They saying, well, I don't care what the Ten Commandments say. I am God. That's what they basically saying. We talked a little bit about that. And I can't really go in depth with y'all because, you know, a lot of y'all have heavy influence by these other content creators. Y'all let them do y'all thinking for you. Ain't none of them doing my thinking for me. Especially the ones that try to speak on God and they speak as if he doesn't exist or won't judge them. Man, you don't know nothing. And any of y'all can get that smoke. Whether I like you or not. If you want to talk like you know something about this, about God, and you acting like he won't judge you or he don't exist, come get the smoke, man. Who cares about your so-called success on earth? Nobody cares. Come get this smoke. Because y'all, some of y'all, some smoke is necessary. Beef and discussions are necessary. Because people be trying to talk like they know everything. If you talking like there is no hell, like God don't exist, like you talking in these ways, you can get smoke. There's prophets out here that will gladly take you up on this offer. I'll gladly take you up. God exists. Everybody don't go to heaven. Some people are going to be punished, whether you want it or not. Hey, I know you want to go through earth and do your thing. We all do, secretly or out in the open. Everybody would love to just do whatever comes to their mind. But some of us, we respect the king of the earth, the true king. See, even if a kingdom has been stolen, the person who created the kingdom is still a king. So when y'all get on here, y'all got y'all little followers, people puffing you up, super chatting you, sending you money, helping you get the finer things in life. Just understand, you don't know it all. You still doo-doo on toilets. Your breath still stink if you don't brush your teeth right or you got cavities. You still experience negative and positive emotion. So that means that you are not God. Because the Most High also experiences negative and positive emotion, but he has control over his. Y'all start going and doing all type of stuff with y'all's. So how dare you act like you created all of this? Y'all dudes be tripping for real. People, this how people think, especially in the US. I know some people from other countries too, but in the US in general, this is how people think. When they start accumulating wealth, they start thinking they don't need God or thinking that somehow they are a God. Both are wrong. And it don't matter who you take out. You still wrong. You still wrong. People be trying to get people whacked. You got all these groups spying on people, all this stuff going on. It still don't change the fact that you will never be God. No matter what you do, you'll never be God because you didn't create the earth. So you'll never be God. No matter what you get, no matter how much money you get, no matter how many people, fame and fortune, we already see that ain't nothing, man. How many famous people die? How many famous people die? They can't cheat death. In fact, fame and fortune a lot of times can be a curse. Because it can be a distraction. Everybody telling you how great you are can be a distraction. Sometimes you need to be ignored. Sometimes you need to be rejected. That could be a distraction when everybody, oh man, oh you changed my life. Nobody will change your life like the Most High God. And sometimes it'll feel very negative. When he's building character in a person, it'll be sometimes it's a lot of negativity. Ask Job if you could. If Job was here right now. Say, well, Job never existed. How do you know, you onion head, nugget head, dude? Big nose, dude. How do you know who existed 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago? You ignorant man. Some of these dudes is ignorant, man. I don't care how many haircuts you get. I don't care how good your barber is. You saying stuff like that, you ignorant as hell. You ignorant as hell itself. But this is what we deal with on YouTube. Guys start smelling their own scent. Y'all never be what Kevin Samuels was. Where he at right now? And I'm not saying that disrespectfully or negatively. Where is Kevin Samuels? And some of y'all will never get the super chats he got. You'll never have the influence he had over YouTube. But yet, you more arrogant than he was. One thing about him, you heard him, don't talk about my God. He would literally like hop on somebody's heels for saying negative things or talking like that about God, and he felt they ain't understanding. But some of these other dudes, look at my muscles. Look at my money. F your money. And you better watch yourself, because dudes will strip you down. I don't care how much you kickbox, you will get stripped down. The way I was at 22, you would have got stripped before the Most High came in. But y'all talking about he don't exist. all these people with proof that he exists. Before I had the Most High, you would have got robbed. Especially, I did not like cocky dudes. I didn't like dudes that try to show off. I would have got you just because of that. Like, man, he think he all that, man. Watch this, I'll be back. Disappear on my guys. Following the person around. Man, come about, give me that. And it wasn't right. It wasn't. But these guys, the world is worse now than it was in 96. It's more people that do the things that I used to do in my past life, but even worse. Back then, it was a rare occurrence, somebody shooting in the bowling alley or a mall. Once every blue moon? But these guys walking around like they can't be touched. If they can touch them rappers, they can touch you. Y'all try to talk, y'all be talking real hot, flaming hot stuff on YouTube, man. Don't talk this stuff about God and you don't know. You turned your back on him years ago. He not really showing you nothing. Now, if he know you got influence, because just like there's demonic influence, the Most High influence, he'll sometimes, when a person is in a positive frequency, he'll sometimes say whatever he got to say through that person. But then you'll know when they don't drop low, because they start talking like they God and like they don't believe in them and like they don't respect them. And I ain't gonna unsubscribe to none of the dudes that's doing it. That's weak. I'm gonna keep listening, because if you got something out of them in the past, you get something out of them in the future. When they start talking like God don't exist, I'm bulletproof to that, because I know that's foolishness. But demons influence people like this. Demons possess people like this. This is why we have all the killing in the world. This is why we have do as thou will. The devil changed the whole law. The Most High gave standards throughout the generations, whether it was the 42 laws of Ma'at, whether it was the 10 commandments, it was different generations, all pretty much saying the same thing. You say, well, look at this. When the Bible was copied off of this. In most cases, it wasn't. It just was him talking to that group of people, and they interpreted their way. And he always had standards. Don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. But the devil, do whatever you want, man. He ain't gonna do nothing to you. He don't even exist. That's what the devil tell people. But I can close, because I don't want to go too deep anyway. There's a difference between demonic influence and possession. When a demon possesses a person, they gonna do whatever that demon want. When the demon influences a person, they might do it, they might not. This is how you know demons influencing you. Any thought that comes in your mind is something that the Most High wouldn't want you to do. That's a demonic influence. Good and evil, the dualistic nature of us is because of demonic influence, what the devil did to Adam and Eve. We weren't originally created to be that way. But this is the Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. Thanks for watching. We got more videos to come today, so stay tuned.